Hey, come on, let's go. Let's all go to the Cowboy Jack Show. Hey, come on, let's go. Let's all go to the Cowboy Jack Show.
Howdy cowboys and cowgirls, I'm Cowboy Jack, and today I'm really excited. Do you guys see where we're at? That's right, we're at the Woodlands Children's Museum, but they've got a really cool Curious George exhibit here for us to check out. Have you guys ever seen Curious George? We're about to learn all about him. Come on, you guys want to come with me? It's going to be a whole lot of fun. We're going to get to see Curious George, the monkey, and we're also going to get to see the man in the yellow hat. Come on. Wow. Hold on a second, I gotta say hi to my old friend Dudley. Hey Dudley, how you been doing, buddy? Whew, he's so quiet, he never says anything. All right, let's go. Wow, here's Curious George right here in the doorway when we first walk in. See, here's the man in the yellow hat. He's George's buddy that makes sure he doesn't get into too much trouble. And then there's George himself standing on this street light holding those balloons. Wow. Let's just come on in here and start looking around. It's been a minute since we've been here at the Woodlands Children's Museum, and they have so many fun activities to check out. All right, so since we're here learning all about Curious George, this is a great place to start. I mean, this is some of the original artwork and some of the original books created by the authors of Curious George. Curious George sure did change a whole lot over the years, but did you know that the book originally was written in the 1940s? That was a pretty different time in the world, right? In the 1940s, there was this world war going on and a lot happening. So come look at this. This is kind of a trip down memory lane for Curious George, a timeline of everything that happened. Did you know the writers of Curious George actually lived in Germany? And during World War II, they migrated down out of Europe into South America and ended up in the USA, right in New York City. Now, why is that significant for the story? Well, we never actually found out what city the man in the yellow hat lived in, but we know that he lived in a big city. Well, if we learn about the author of the book, they actually lived in New York City, so it makes perfect sense. And there's all these original books here for us to look at. These are really, really old, like we talked about. 1942, 1941, 1947. Curious George Takes a Job. If you guys don't remember that one, that's when George got hired to wash some windows. And we may have something to show about that a little bit later. But right now, we're right here at the market. You guys want to check out the market? Wow. See, look at this. This is just like the market that George used to visit with his friend, the man in the yellow hat. And see, there's even a cash register here with all kinds of buttons on it. Wow. And look at that. You can push potato, onion, lettuce. It pops right there on the screen. Corn. I love corn. And then there's eggplants, cucumbers, hot peppers, all kinds of things. Anyways, look right here. So this is where we can use our fruits and vegetables to learn about different shapes and sizes. Because we have all these pretend vegetables over here. Let's take a look at these. These are all different shapes and sizes, right? So this is like an orange. What color's an orange? Yeah, it's orange, but it would fit right into a circle hole because an orange is actually kind of a circle round ball. And then what do you think this guy is? I see seeds, a green rind, and red fruit. That's gotta be a watermelon, right? Yeah, it is a watermelon. So, what shape do you think this watermelon would fit into? Now, technically it would fit into a lot of different ones, but it's kind of cut into a triangle like we cut watermelons, so we just drop it in there. Now, if Curious George was here today, he sure would be eating these. You know what this is? This is a banana. So, we want to put the banana through that hole, and then what is this? A carrot? Rabbits love carrots. Anyways, wow, there's so many different things to look at. And it's hard to figure out. You can look at these and learn a whole lot here. You can make all kinds of different combinations with these wheels to decide how many of certain things you're gonna grab. That's a whole lot of fun to play with. Oh, but you know what? Let me grab a couple of these watermelons again. This is really neat. See, what you can do here is you can actually weigh your produce just like you could in a supermarket. So, I'm gonna turn this on. And now let's find out how much these watermelons weigh. They don't weigh very much. That's 0.24 pounds. So normally you could print something out and take these up to the register and they would tell you how much you have to pay for these. But I'm just gonna set these down right here. Wow, another cash register? This one's really neat. Look at that, it's got a drawer and a bell. But here we go. You can come over here and make some food with your friends. Don't try that at home. This is really cool. And if somebody was sitting at the counter, they could order something like a hot dog to eat. I think I should have a hot dog because it's been a long day. I'm really hungry. Just kidding, I'm not gonna eat this. All right, guys, well, let's keep exploring. There's so much to see here at the museum. Come on. My old friend, look at this ginormous fire truck right here in the Children's Museum. This thing is so neat. Do you guys remember what you can do in here? Wow, look. I'm gonna sit right here and turn on these sirens and lights. That is so cool. And I have to do something for Cowboy Caden. The last time I was here, I tried on one of these Wait a second, guys. Are you laughing at my hair again? God. Okay, let me put on a fire hat. These look a little bit small for Cowboy Jack. Yeah, but I'm gonna do the same thing I did last time because Cowboy Caden really loved this. Come over here. Look at this. This is a real fire pole like firefighters would use in a fire station. And I just can't not jump down it, right? So I'm gonna go down. Oops, lost my fire hat again, just like last time. All right, time for me to get my cowboy hat back on. I love and respect our firefighters, but I'm not one of them, so I'm not gonna even pretend right now. All right, guys. Well, Curious George got to wander all around the big city and even sometimes in the country. But today we're right here in the city, and you know, cities don't get built overnight. It takes a long time with a lot of work. Today they have this thing here, we can learn about how to move blocks using a conveyor belt. So I can actually take this big block right here. Wow. I mean, it doesn't weigh a whole lot, but it is big. And I'm gonna use this conveyor belt to move it all the way over here. So what we do is we put it in here right there, and then I'm gonna use this wheel to spin it. And I want you guys to watch that thing go all the way up over there. Wow. Look at that. And I'm powering this conveyor belt with my own two hands. Once it gets to the top, it's gonna fall down. Look at it. That was so neat. See, I've got to see that one more time. It's really cool to learn about how we can use our hands in conjunction with machines to make big things happen. Just like Curious George used to sneak around some big construction sites, well, we can pretend like we're on one of those construction sites today and use these blocks to show how we can interact with machines and move big products a long way. Because if we were doing this by hand, it would be really hard. But thanks to this cool conveyor belt and all these rollers, we can move it with very little effort. Oh, here it comes, here it comes. There it goes. Wow, that was cool. And look, they even have, do you guys remember the man in the yellow hat used to work where he would draw all these different shapes on paper? And this is just like his table that he would use. It's called a drafting table. A lot of architects and engineers use things like these. But see, these are like stencils where you can have these different shapes outlined. And if I was gonna draw a circle right here, I could just take my pencil and go and draw that circle right there. All right. Hey, did you guys know that Curious George went to space? I forgot that he had ridden on a rocket ship. This is so cool. Look, he's got his little monkey spacesuit on right there. Hey, George, be safe, buddy. Now, do you guys remember where Curious George used to live? He lived in the apartment with the man in the yellow hat. Do you guys want to go check out that building? They have a whole building over here full of different lights that we can look around with. All right, this sign says this way to more Curious George, so we better get in there and check it out. Whoa, now the lights are a little bit different in here. It's kind of dim, but that's because we're doing all these experiments with different shades and lights and shadows. Now, I remember reading one of Curious George's books where he got a job washing windows. That's exactly what this is all about. See, George is there with his window washing tool right there, and he's on these ropes just like that. Now, when I wind these rollers around, he's going in front of different windows and cleaning them off, but it makes a different light and shape show up every time. Let's keep cranking them up. Look at that, there's a chicken. Now let me turn this other wheel over here. See if I can get that one all the way at the top. Yeah, that one came on. Wow. Well, George is hard at work, and that's important because if you take a job, you need to make sure that you're working hard and do that job right? Wow. There's a bird all the way up there. That's a big old pigeon all the way at the top. See, these shadows we're seeing from this side, but when we look at them from the other side, we're gonna see something completely different. It's gonna be a whole lot of fun. Look right here. Oh, this is really cool. Have you guys ever played shadow puppets before? Me and Cowboy Caden do it sometimes at bedtime. It's a lot of fun. But this is a color wheel where you can spin it and look at all these different colors coming through. Look right there on that wall. Now you can use this wall to make different kind of shapes. Look, if I hold my cowboy hat in front of it, it's got a really cool shape to it. Or if you wanted to make a bunny rabbit, hold your hands like that and you can change the colors on him. Or if you wanted to try to make a dog, let's see if I can make a dog. Look at him, he's moving his mouth. That's really cool. That dog kind of looks like a Doberman Pinscher. I know a couple of cowboys that just got a Doberman Pinscher. That's my nephews, Levi and Evan. Hey guys, what's going on? Oh guys, come here, come look at this. Whew, I looked too closely, I got real bright in my eyes. Do you guys even know what this is? This device right here? They used to be in every classroom, every college classroom, everywhere, all across the US. It's called an overhead projector. And what it was teachers would write on a transparency, which was just a clear piece of plastic, and then they would lay it on this light and it would shine up on a chalkboard. Well, today we're not using this in the classroom, we're using this to learn about different shapes and colors. So this is really cool. I've got these different colored shapes, see? Whew, that's so bright. I've got an orange square and another red shape, and we're just gonna put them on here, and look at that. That's really cool. It projects it up onto that screen. You use a darker color, and you can see it a little bit better. Wow, maybe I could make something that looks like a tree. Look at that, that does kind of look like a tree. Let's see if I could put a trunk on that tree. Boy, that's really cool. It's like a tree or a big arrow, but playing with these lights and this projector is really fun. You can use all kinds of different shapes and colors on it, make all kinds of different combinations. But look at this thing right here. This is the same thing, but there's two different color wheels, and you can make all kinds of different colors and put all sorts of different shapes together to make different. Look at this. Let's move it around and see if we can make it look like a downtown city. Let me see here. Look at that. That's really cool. And when you move these lights around, it looks different colors. Wow. And George lived in a really big city, so there was always a lot of big shadows around. Do you guys see what this is? This is the elevator in the man in the yellow hat's apartment. So I'm gonna push the elevator button and we're gonna see if what happens over here. Look at that. All right, well, the elevator got here. I better open up the doors. Wow, look, there's Curious George and the firefighters all working together. That was really cool. Let me close this back up. It looked like they were doing something really important. I don't want to bother them. Do you guys remember when George used to check the mail at those mailboxes in an apartment building? Some folks live in a house that has a mailbox on the outside. Some folks have like a collective mailbox where there's a whole bunch of them all put together. But in an apartment building, they usually have a wall like this with a bunch of different mailboxes. And each one of these has different things behind it. Wow, I see some barrel of monkeys in there. What's in this one? Ooh, it's hard to see, but I see some bunny rabbits way down in there. I don't know if you guys will be able to see them. That's really hard to see. Whoa, look at that. There's a rocket ship here. Whoa. There's a mirror in that one. You don't want to see Cowboy Jack. Let's check these out. What is that? That's a mirror again, and it's got a yellow hat in it. This one has another little door. Ah, there's George monkeying around. That's really cool. I never expected to find that in a mailbox. Oh, and this one has all kinds of little critters in it. All right, well, that's enough checking the mail. Wow. All right. Hey, I could take a picture with the bellman outside of Curious George's house. That's so cool. Hey, Mr. Bellman. All right, cowboys and cowgirls. Well, I couldn't come to the museum without taking a quick break to do a little bit of fishing. You guys want to come fishing with me real quick? Check this out. Look at this water feature. There's all these different fish swimming around in here. So I'm going to come right over here and see if I can catch these guys real quick. Ooh, that guy looks like a shark. He looks mean. I wonder if he'd bite. No, he doesn't want to bite. I caught a yellow one. Look at that. That is one really cool yellow fish right there. Wow. He's got funny looking eyes. He's looking right at me. He's looking at you too. I'm gonna put him back in the water. Let me see if I can catch this one. Whoa! I'm 2 for 2. Look at this. Do you guys know what color this is? Yeah, that's pink. It's a really pretty fish. All right, let me see. There's a couple of more fish in here. I would love to catch this shark, but I don't think he feels like biting. Oh, guys, I caught the shark. Wow. Look at that. Do you guys see what color this shark is? It's like a light, beautiful, like a baby blue color. That's really cool. And he's got those big old teeth. Woo, watch out for him. Now, we already caught the blue shark, the yellow fish, and the pink fish. I saw a couple of more hanging out down here. This guy, look at him. He looks hungry, doesn't he? Let's see if we can catch him. I caught this fish. You guys know what color this one is? That's right, he's green too. All right, now one more fish to catch. Look at that. Oh, he got off. I got too excited. Let me see if I can pull him real gently. Ooh, yeah, look at that. Now, what color do you think this is? Yeah, this is an orange fish. He's really pretty. Now, I know we're here learning about Curious George, but I couldn't help but stop and take a minute to go fishing. Whew, now that I got that out of my system and I caught a few good fish, we can get back to Curious George. Wow, right here at the Muse Art Bar, you can make all kinds of Curious George crafts. Look, somebody made this little monkey out of this toilet paper roll, this yarn, this pipe cleaner here, and look at the little monkey face. George's eyes even move. That's so cool. And then they made a rocking horse here. George was always fascinated by wind because it was a very windy city that they lived in, especially when they went out to the country too. Here's a rabbit that they made. That's really cool. He's held together by all these brads so all of his arms and legs can move. But look at this really giant tree right here. Wait a second, come over here. I'm just gonna sit down by my buddy George right now. Hey George, how you doing today? Been a pretty good day? I've had a pretty good day too. Give me 5. George, give me 5. Well, I tried. Whoa, that's a real windmill. And they've got all these other wind chime devices. What is this thing? What do you guys think this is? That's right, this is a ginormous air cannon. So you can come here, look. It's got a red button on it and that's how you power it. You guys ready? Wow, it's spinning that one all the way over there. Woo! Look at him go. wind chimes are going. I don't know if the big windmill would go or not. I don't know if that wind is quite strong enough to get all the way up there. This is so cool. Woo! And as long as you're holding down this red button right here, the wind just keeps blowing, and it blows really hard too. Wow, that was neat. All right, guys, I saw something else over here too. Look at this. This is Curious George themed Putt Putt over here. This is gonna help us identify different shapes and how we need to hit things and work on our putting even. So this right here, I love Putt Putt. Here's a putter and here's a ball. Well, I would love to hit it right across this water, but there's a big drop off right there. So I need to figure something out. And I saw a few tools right over here. Look at this. I wonder if I could use this. No, it's not quite long enough. Let's see. That's why this is fun. You have to build. Let's see here. Look at that. Now it's big enough for me to hit through. You guys ready? All right, now I just got to finish it out. Looky there. Wow. Let's do this other hole too while we're at it. This one looks pretty tricky. Now, see, this one's on a big slant, so I don't know exactly how this is going to work. Whew, not like that. Now, nobody's looking, right? There we go. That hole was really tricky, and what you would actually want to do is work with some of these bumpers and pipes to see if you could devise a plan for that ball to go in there even more efficiently. There you are. Wow, you're in some kind of tunnel. I wonder where it goes. Let's keep exploring. Can you guys see my hand in there? Whoa, there you are again. Hey, come out here. I've got something cool to show you. All right, guys, look at this big dig pit right here. Wow, this looks like a whole lot of fun. See, look at all these really cool pieces of recycled flooring and recycled rubber. Wow. And they've got these big dump trucks in here. I have 2 different colors of dump trucks. What color is this one? Well, this one is pink and purple. That's really cool. And then this one, you guys know what color these are? That's red and yellow. Wow. Well, let's scoop them up. Let's fill these guys up with some of this really cool material. Look at that. Now that one's full. Let me fill this one up. There we go. Now, I want to dig a big hole right here. And now I'm going to let these dump trucks fill it up. So I need this guy to back up. Here he goes. Wow, that almost filled it all up by itself. Let me dump this one in there too. You guys ready? Whoa, now look, you can't even tell there was a hole there. That's so neat. Boy, I just love the feel of this material. It's really cool to play with. You guys see it? Whoa, that's really cool. All right, wow, we better not stay in here and dig too long. All right, cowboys and cowgirls. Wow, it's been a lot of fun today looking at the new Curious George exhibit here at the Woodlands Children's Museum. I've learned a lot about Curious George. We got to help them use that conveyor belt over there to move those big blocks. We got to use that conveyor belt to move those big blocks. And then we went in that apartment building, got to check the mail, look at the elevator and all that cool stuff and play with all those shadows. And then we even came out here and played with the wind, learned about Curious George and went through the market. It's been a whole lot of fun. Wow, a lot of Curious George today. So anyhow, make sure you click subscribe to Cowboy Jack on YouTube, and that way you can come with us on all of our adventures because we go on a lot of them. And parents, grandparents, friends, family, make sure to follow Cowboy Jack on social media for really cool ways to connect with the show and support the show. So anyways, guys, I hope you had a great time with me today because I know I had a blast. But until next time I see you, yeehaw!